What's going on, everyone? Tops are done, but CrossFit is not, and the Open is nearly upon us. It is Open announcement week 24.1 before this week is out. So I thought I'd take this opportunity just to run down something that CrossFit have been kind enough to do, which is to go through the matchups that are going to be there for the live announcements. So CrossFit have let us know who it is, which elite professional athletes that they've invited and who are going to be taking part in each of the open weeks. 24.1, there's going to be Jeffrey Adler, Brent Fikowski, Alex Kazan, Alexis Raptis. 24.2 is going to be Mullet Mayhem. It's going to be the champ, Justin Medeiros, versus the people's champ, Colton Mertens. And then 24.3 is the Mom Strength Test, Tia Toomey, Claire, or however you say her full name, versus Ariel Lowen, works out in her garage. So what do we think about these various matchups? Well, first off, and first week being the most important or important of ones to speak about at the start of the Open, when they announced the four athletes who were going to be throwing down, not just in 24.1, but in this broader competition this week, I have to say I was thrilled that we're going to get to see the reigning champ, Jeffrey Adler, who was sort of conspicuous by his absence in Miami. He didn't compete solos, he didn't compete PB&J to try and retain the team title. He's been out of action since Rogue, I think it was. So it'll be really fun to see him again in action, and his male counterpart now, from the Frozen North, Brent Fikowski. Let's not forget Brent is coming off a really busy postseason, which culminated in him winning in Miami at Wodapalooza. So that's a really tasty matchup. We don't know what the three workouts are going to be. We don't know especially what 24.1 is going to be. But that head-to-head over three events, I think, is going to be an exciting matchup. Not as exciting, though, as the females. Alexis Raptis versus Alex Kazan, two young ladies who are on a trajectory to the stratosphere. Both of them top 10 finishes last year at the Games, really good showings. Raptis wearing the white leaders jersey for so long. Alex Kazan making a bit of a name for herself at Rogue as well, winning the deadlift strength event. These two women are going to be the future of the CrossFit Games, along with folks like Emma Lawson, Emma Carey, and others. So they may not have podiumed yet at the CrossFit Games, but these are two ladies I wouldn't be surprised if they hit the podium this year, one or the other of them. So that matchup is really going to be exciting as well. They haven't let us know the format for the day. We don't know how tough the two tests that they're going to be doing as part of the broader competition on Thursday is going to be. We don't know what 24.1 is going to be, other than Dave Castro's mushroom hint, which really isn't a hint at all. But in any case, I think they have excelled themselves in lining up these four athletes to throw down this week. Then on to week 2, 24.2, we've been told not just who, but where, that Justin Medeiros, Colton Mertens are going to be throwing down in Justin's shred shed. That's his home gym. Now, I think this is a slightly random matchup. We can all understand why both guys have been chosen. Medeiros, 2-time champ, 3 times he's been on the podium. Colton Mertens has this cult following, the muscle hamster, the mullet muscle man. But why these two together? I find it a little bit difficult to figure out what it is that CrossFit has in mind that makes this a matchup that we would want to see. To my mind, perhaps it's going to be something squatty. Both guys are renowned for squatting well. The fact that it's in Justin's gym, I'm not really sure about it. I'm not sure I really care about it. This one just feels like a slightly random week to me. And then week 3 is the return to CrossFit official season competition. Tia Claire, Toomey, or the new mother versus the reigning fittest mother in the world, fittest American mother or otherwise, fresh off the podium last year at the Games, Ariel Lowen. I think this is another really exciting matchup. On the one hand, pitting anyone against Tia Claire to me turns it into a bit of a damp squib. But then on the other hand, Ariel has beaten Tia Claire at plenty of events in the CrossFit Games. What was it? Raised, elevated Alicia or whatever it was at the Games with the parallel bars. Ariel Lowen came first in that, and Tia way down the pecking order. So it's not a done deal. It's not a done deal that Tia Claire is going to beat Ariel, even if Ariel has continued to exercise, while Tia Claire has been, taking time off, understandably, to go and have a baby and things like that. This is an exciting one. It will 100% depend on what the workout is going to be, over who's going to win it. I mean, that's always the case. It's a stupid thing to say in many respects. But let's not forget, we've been promised so far with the Open that it's going to be a low barrier to entry. Presumably low skill, or at least the higher skills are going to be gated. It's not going to be heavy. It's not going to be complicated movements and equipment. It's just going to be a raw test of fitness. So who will win? We do not know. But I think it's class that CrossFit have at least sort of put these breadcrumbs out there. They've given us something extra to be excited about as the weeks draw nearer. And I just want to encourage anyone who's listening along who hasn't signed up yet, sign up, be a part of the Open. Some folks will ask, well, why would I bother? And let me put it like this, that you will care more about the Open when you're signed up to take part in it. And the more you care about it, the more that you're going to get out of it. When you're signed up to something like a competition like the Open, other online things, other local competitions, that it pushes you. It pushes you into a space, a headspace, a physical space that you probably wouldn't go into otherwise. Recently I did the online qualifiers for the European CrossFit Championships, and it pushed me to do things that I didn't think I could do, that I probably wouldn't have tried doing had it not been for being signed up to this competition and just wanting to do the best that I could. So if you want something to kick you up the bum, then sign up, because you will care more about the Open then, and that will push you to places that you didn't probably think that you were able to go. So that's it. That's my sort of preview, my review of the matchups. I'd love to hear what you think about the various athlete pairings that we've got. Do they make sense? Do they not make sense? Can we read something into the programming by the people that have been chosen? How will this new week 1 with 3 workouts for the elites impact their performance when it comes to 24.1? I'd love to hear back from you. However you're consuming this, send me a message, and perhaps maybe I will read them out and reflect on them in the next episode. So I just want to leave you with this thought, that tops are dumb, but CrossFit is not. Peace.